Yeah, I can. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. Okay. Would like to welcome Tony. He had to attend virtually today, just for the public information. I'd like to welcome everybody to our commission meeting on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. 2022. So we have some fans in the back with their shirts. So if you'll please stand and repeat the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Item number 1 on the agenda is approval of minutes. Commissioners, we have one set of minutes from the April 2022 meeting. I saw no corrections.
I saw none either. How about you, Tony?
No, I have no corrections. I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve the minutes from the April 20th commission meeting.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved. Item number 2 on the agenda is Employee of the Month. We'll turn that over to Kelly.
Hello. So our Employee of the Month for May is Christy Wilson from our event center / recreation. She has been employed with Carbon County since November of 2018, and I am going to bring up her and Glenna so we can see why she was nominated.
Okay, I obviously could present a lot where Christy is concerned because she is a huge asset to our team, but I'm going to make it simple and short because, yes. Okay, anyways, Christy has been with Carbon Events and Rec for many years now. She currently is the wow, see, I'm nervous too. She currently is the events coordinator. She's been in this position for officially almost a year, but honestly, she was doing it a lot longer. I originally nominated her in December, but she continues to deserve this nomination and this recognition every single day. It's beyond well earned. A perfect example of what a great asset Christy is to our team was in December when we had to move from sports court to holiday parties to conferences to a concert and back to a sports court all within a week period. She did it. She was the individual who took on the scheduling, made sure everybody was where they needed to be. Everybody from our part-timers to myself to Amy and Aubrey and Christy. I just also wanted to say, she always stays until the job is done. She makes sure it's completed. But beyond that, she makes sure that if any of her coworkers need help, she's the first to ask. She just, she's been there to guide all of us as we're transitioning into this new dynamic, and she's just been an important asset to our team. So I wanted to say it's well earned. I know that's not your favorite way to be recognized, but you deserve it, so thanks.
Would you like to say anything?
She would not.
Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you, Christy.
Hi. I'm up again.
Item number 3 on the agenda is consideration of possible approval of changes to the Carbon County Policy and Procedures Manual. Kelly.
Okay, so I have 2 things that we need to hopefully approve. So I don't know if you want me to just do one and then you can approve it, or just do both. It's up to you guys.
Christian,
Does it matter?
do you want to approve? Can we approve them both at the same time, or should we take them one by one?
One at a time.
Perfect.
Okay. So the first one that I'm asking for is a request to add Juneteenth holiday, which is June 19th, National Freedom Day. It's a holiday that commemorates the end of slavery in the United States. Many states across the nation have decided to make this a recognized holiday. On March 24, 2022, Governor Spencer Cox signed the law officially recognizing Juneteenth as a Utah state holiday. The way that the law is written, it states that Juneteenth, June 19th, falls on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. The holiday is recognized on the preceding Monday. If the holiday falls on a Saturday or Sunday, the holiday is recognized on the following Monday. So for this year, June 19th is on a Sunday, so Monday the 20th would be the holiday that we would observe it on. So if that's that one.
Commissioners, do you have any questions?
No questions.
Tony?
Nope, no questions, no.
Okay.
I'll make the motion that we approve the addition to our holiday list and add Juneteenth or what?
Juneteenth, yep.
Juneteenth, June 19th to our list of holidays.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the next one, which you guys have in your packets, is under bereavement leave. So they added a section for miscarriage or stillbirth. It states that an employee who is pregnant, the spouse or partner of a person who is pregnant, the biological parent of a child to be born, a potential adoptive parent of a child to be born, a potential parent of a child under a legal or valid gestational agreement shall be granted 3 days of paid bereavement leave if the pregnancy of the person carrying the child to be born ends because of a miscarriage or stillbirth.
Okay. Do we have any questions on this one?
I have no questions.
Okay.
I'll make the motion we approve the benefit and compensation leave policy for miscarriage or stillbirth.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 4 on the agenda. And I don't see Justin here, so we'll just...
So Justin's at a structure fire, but he did give me some instruction. He'd like me to try to build that.
Do you still want to move that up in the, where he's not here? We can just take him in order.
That'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay, we'll just keep them in the order. We were going to move his up so they were all linked together, but we'll just take them in the order they are. Item number 4 is open sealed bids for promotion of events at the Carbon County Motocross. Before we open any bids, we need to have some discussion. How many bids did we receive for each one of these?
Received one for each.
One for
I
each?
don't think we received any for the promotion. That one, we don't know what it is.
This one here.
And that one's for the track maintenance. And
So
this one, we don't know what it is.
So we received one bid for track maintenance. And then what was the other? There were 3 total bids that we've received.
This one's not identified on the envelope.
And what was the other bid that we received?
For the rest of these are for the pre-disaster mitigation plan, and the other one looks like it's for actually,
The groomer.
yeah, the groomer, the field groomer.
Okay.
Yeah, the only 2 that we received from the motocross were these 2. Like I said, one of them just says Carbon County Moto X. That doesn't indicate which one was for, and this other one says that it's for track maintenance.
Okay. Tony, do you
So if
want?
I could-
Yeah. Do you want to explain what's at question here?
Yeah, so there's some recent information out as far as the grant, how it was administered, how it was written, and we're just trying to get clarification from the state, from Rachel Toker, exactly how this grant was written and explained and what their anticipation is. We just don't want to mess anything up and ruin our chances of getting more money down the road. So at this point, items number 4, number 5, and number 6, I would like to table and see if we can return that one bid unopened, still sealed, and return it to the person or company that sent that in.
There's 2 bids for the motocross. One for sure for the maintenance, and then the other one we're not sure of. So return both bids.
Correct.
Okay.
Who are the bids for?
The one that's in question doesn't even have a return address, or we're not sure who it's from, so we'd have to open it either way if you want to get it back, or we could shred it.
Christian, what do you recommend? Do we
Well, I
just
don't,
hold it in the vault?
yeah, I
unsealed?
think we just hold
Or, I
it
mean,
in the,
unopened,
yes, that's what I think we do for now.
just so that if there's a call of the question, we can provide the unopened document as well.
That's right.
Okay, do we have any other questions or conversation?
Do you want to discuss, well, I think if you do approve a motion to table the bids, it would be appropriate then to have a discussion as to whether you want to go back out and re-advertise them.
Okay. What would be your recommendation there, Tony?
I would like to get guidance from the state regarding the grant, and just to table these bids until then. And at that point, if we're good to go, we can open those bids. If not, then we'd have to re-advertise. If that fits Christian's liking, if that works.
So you're saying to hold the bids rather than give them back at this time?
Yeah. One, we have to, right, because we don't have a return address.
One we have to hold on to.
The second one.
Yeah. I think that would be fine. We can hold on to them. And then, because if we end up not rebidding them, then we could just schedule an opening for them. But I think you're fine to postpone the opening of the bids for now.
And that would be fair for those that did bid
Sure.
on time.
That's right.
The proper way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I think that would be appropriate.
I'm good with that.
okay. So can I get a motion to table items 4, 5, and 6 until we get further clarification from the state? Did you want to speak to this, Kenny?
Yeah, can we ask a question?
Yeah, please come to the mic and state your name for the record.
Yep, for sure. Come? Yeah. Okay, I'm Ken Kirkwood. This is Doug Jackson. We're one of the bidders on this. And so the questions that I would personally would have are, I understand table the bid. I'm not sure I understand what information exists out there today that wasn't there a month ago when this was put out, because I mean, I thought all this was decided, this had to go out for a bid, and so we submitted a legal and on-time bid. And so if you table it, the first question, which I don't think you maybe know the answer to that, are you going to reopen it for bid, or are we going to open the bid that we have now? And if you're going to rebid based on what?
So my understanding, and Tony, you can help me understand this better, you're seeking clarification from the state, and if the state is okay with the way that we bid it out, these are the legal qualifying bids, and they will be the ones that are opened. If they're not, if the state doesn't like the process, then we would have to start the whole process over. We would not open these, and we would rebid each one of these.
Yeah, that's correct. We just, again, we got a large sum of money that was granted to us from the Utah Trails, and there is more money available. So we don't want to jeopardize not only this first grant, but any future grants moving forward. So appreciate the time and effort that, that was spent on putting bids in, but we just want to get this clarified first. And hopefully it only takes a day if Rachel can get back. So I don't want to drag this out any further. It's time to get moving on this, but I don't want to, like I said, jeopardize any future dollars that we could possibly get to do even more improvements on that motocross track.
And then we clearly support that too. I mean, that's our goal as well, is to hopefully this be a reoccurring grant and will improve that facility. That is absolutely our goal. And so that answers my question then. I mean, just to clarify that, this is if the state that oversees this grant is okay with what you've done, we'll just open the bids that we have. And
Correct.
If in their opinion this was not done correctly, then it'll have to be rebid.
Correct. And whatever bids
Yes.
we receive will remain unopened or returned
Like if you want them
One last question.
returned.
Would we return this, if it does go out to rebid, do we return this and then we resubmit, or do we leave this, and or is that our choice?
If it's, I think we could make that decision here tonight, whether we allow you to keep your bid in or rebid.
My thought would be that we'd give those who've submitted bids previously, we'd give them the option to submit a new bid if they wish, or if they just wish to use the previous bid, that's fine. So
Okay.
my thought would be it would be your choice, and that we'd make that clear in the bid notice that goes out. I don't see,
Okay.
that would be my
And
thought.
we think that's fair too. Yeah.
Okay.
Completely
Especially
fine
if the
with
bid
that.
requirement changes,
Right.
we obviously should have the right.
Yeah.
If it's close enough to
Yeah.
the same one, you
Yeah.
can keep your bid. If it changes dramatically, you have the option to submit a new bid.
Okay.
So just one question for you guys. The two bids that are here,
The one that's got
Ours is
information is
labeled.
ours.
okay,
We're the labeled one.
all right,
Okay.
thank you both.
That was the last minute.
and just for the record-
Believe me, but we did.
Just for the record, yours is for the motocross maintenance, right?
Correct.
And what's the name of your entity or group that submitted the bid?
Jackson Racing.
Okay.
And you're-
Yeah, straight edge excavation will be our contractor's license.
Contractor license.
Okay.
So that's what you're right.
I think that's just important so we track that and
Yeah.
can tag
There's a
that to that
license
same
number in
envelope.
there.
It's on the envelope.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the questions. Item number 7. Justin just left again, but we'll go ahead. Oh. Well, thanks for moving forward. Item number 7, open sealed bids for update on the Carbon County Pre-Disaster Mitigation Plan.
Did you motion to table this?
Oh, we did, but I don't think we voted on it yet, did we?
We didn't vote.
We had a motion and a second, I believe, to table items 4, 5, and 6, to hold the bids in the vault unopened and get clarification from the state. I believe that's the motion and the second.
I guess one question would be is if we get clarification and we're going to be okay accepting these bids, we ought to include the option for them to be accepted. We don't have to change.
As part of your motion, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
So if we get clarification tomorrow and it can be straightened around and we want to just use these that we have, then they could be awarded before our next meeting.
Okay. So I think you could make that motion as part of the tabling, that you also reserve the right to open them if it's determined that you don't need to rebid. To
So-
open received bids already.
So if everybody's okay with amending the motion to add that,
Yeah, Tony, do you want to amend it or do you want me to?
Yeah, I'm good with that amendment to award the bid if the state says that we've done this correctly.
okay, it's amended
I'll second that.
and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, item number 7. Thank you, Seth, for catching that. Item number 7, open sealed bids for the update on the Carbon County Pre-Disaster Mitigation Plan.
We have two bids here. And the first one's from Rural Community Consultants, Jones and DeMille Engineering.
There should be a price in there somewhere.
It looks like the total is $40,220 in 5-point type.
40,220.
This one I almost overlooked because it looks like it's open because it was not, didn't say on it what it was. And this one's from Integrated Solutions Consulting. It says the fee proposal's on page 23, and there is no page 23. So we may have to look closer at this one, see if I've missed it, but it doesn't appear to have an amount. I'll look for a second, see if I'm missing something. Got 2 page 22s.
And at this point, if we can't find a price, do we just acknowledge it as an incomplete bid?
Well, I don't know that I want to make that determination here tonight. I think because it's possible you'll have some numbers in there that will be for different components and stuff. So
Okay.
I don't think you'd want to make that determination tonight.
Yeah,
Without a full chance to really dig into it.
Okay.
Like I said, there's a table of contents that says fee proposals on page 23, and we've got 2 page 22s that are identical. So no page 23.
Okay, maybe we can acknowledge the bids and
We can acknowledge that there is no fee schedule in there, though.
okay.
That does seem to be a problem, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin, did you have something else you wanted to?
No, I just, if they don't have it, if I can't find any numbers, then is it just?
From my understanding, it would be an incomplete bid, but maybe Christian can.
Yeah, I
clarify
think
that.
it probably would be. I mean, but I'd like to talk to you about it further and just make sure there's not. In other words, if there are if there are numbers in there in a different way, right? This part will cost this much and it'll take this long. I think we need to talk about it. So
I'd make the motion that we acknowledge the bids from Rural Community Consultants and also Integrated Solutions Committee, and let Justin and Commissioner Hopes review those and make a decision. But for sure, if the bid is incomplete, it's invalid, because we've read the amount from this other firm, and this is public. They could adjust and send something in, and it wouldn't be valid. So.
That's my concern as well. So.
I second that and agree with the clarification on the motion. I agree.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Motion passes. Item number 8, open sealed bids for softball field groomer for Carbon County Rec Department.
There's one bid here.
If I could speak to this while Seth is opening that, we've had a Sand Pro groomer that we've used out there on the softball clover for years. We've had to do maintenance on it. It's a little bit older piece of equipment, but now with the high school, with the university, and the county leagues all playing, that piece of equipment has gotten a lot more use. So unfortunately, the motor has died on that, and we are looking to replace and get the proper piece of equipment for those softball fields.
Thank you.
This is from Wilkinson Supply, and the total bid amount is $38,621.90.
Okay.
I have no questions.
I have none. Do we have a motion? Go ahead, Tony.
There was only one bid received, Seth?
That's correct.
Okay. I would like to make a motion then that Glenna and I review that bid submitted, and if everything falls within line as requested, that we'd move forward with purchasing that piece of equipment.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved. Thank you. Item number 9, consideration of possible adoption of Ordinance 559, an amendment to the Section 7 of the 2022 Carbon County Development Code. Todd, you want to explain what's happening with this?
So Section 7 of the Carbon County Development Code is our performance guarantees. When a developer is doing a subdivision, they have to post some type of a security, a performance guarantee. So one of those would be like a cash in a joint account, a bond. The other option is a property bond. So we're looking to amend this slightly. Currently, the option for a property bond is you have to have 250% of the county assessed value to bond the property for the improvements of the subdivision. So one of the suggested changes is to lower that percentage requirement to 125%, same as a cash bond, so that they can use their property as a bond. Another component is allowing another option if a developer allows the county to lien a phase of their development that they're moving forward on. We can have a lien on the phase where they couldn't sell any of the building lots until all the final improvements are signed off by the county engineer and the road department and the building and planning department. That way, the county won't be out anything for the development because no lots could be sold or no building permits could be issued if we lien the property. The other options, if they bond it for with the property or cash in a joint account, those lots could be sold, and we'd want that bond in place so we can pull it if the developer fails and we can finish that. So with those changes, we'd want the just rather than just me look at the commissioner who's over planning and zoning, in this case Commissioner Jensen, the county engineer, the county road supervisor, and myself reviewing all the property bonds. So all of us are looking at it and make sure it meets all the criteria, and then moving forward if they meet those criteria. And to limit, just have a phase no more than 12 lots. We're really trying to help our local developers move forward where some of the cost of bonding is significant and it's difficult for our local contractors at times to move forward. So we're trying to help them and not make it so burdensome.
Do we have any questions on the proposed changes?
I don't have any. I think this is a good effort to help local developers move through the process without holding them a bit hostage with the amount that we require to guarantee that they'll get the work done.
Todd, you mentioned to me that the Planning Commission last night stated that this provision should be limited only to, they requested that a change be inserted that this provision be limited only to subdivision phases of 12 lots or fewer. And so that is contained in here. Todd's made that change as well. So we're not looking to allow mega huge subdivisions to use this provision. Just hoping to capture what our local contractors typically do in a typical phase.
Yeah, I might mention too that the land that the county would take as collateral would have to be in Carbon County, and so it really fits the local developers because they own additional properties that they could use for the collateral or a bonding capacity with us to guarantee that if they don't finish the subdivision and there have been lots sold in it, this guarantees that people who buy the lots will not be left short of utilities and road work to make sure that they're made whole on the lot that they purchased.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
Tony, if you don't have anything, I'll make a motion that we approve Ordinance 599, an amendment to Section 7 of the 2022 Carbon County Development Code.
559.
Yeah, okay.
559. Thank you.
Yep.
I second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion is approved. Item number 10 on the agenda is consideration of possible approval to apply for the Emergency Management Performance Grant. Justin Needles.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. It's our annual EMPG grant. So the Emergency Management Performance Grant provides us with just over $44,000. And it is met it's a 50-50 match, but we match those to meet my wages. So it helps offset the cost of my wages.
Commissioners, it's just so I know people wonder what grants need to be brought forward to you and which do not. Typically, it's been our practice that if a grant affects a line item in a budget or can change that person's budget, if it's not granted, then typically those grants are brought forward to you. So those grant applications, just so that you can track and Seth can track what grants are being received and how they affect different departments' budgets.
Okay.
No questions for me.
I have no questions.
If there are no further discussion, I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve the application for the Emergency Management Performance Grant for 2022.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion is approved.
Can I get a signature so we can turn it in tomorrow and I'll scan it over and get a copy?
Just as soon as we get a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.